Yo, what's up, YouTube? So, today I'm back again with another video. And today I'm just gonna talk about how to actually change your life. And that's actually the most important topic that I'm concerned with because a lot of people are living lives that they're not satisfied with. People are living in systems that they intrinsically hate, instinctively hate. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the position they're in, but they're not able to change it. And the reason why you're not able to change your life is not actually because it's hard to be changed, or it's not because you're stuck. The reason why you're not able to change your circumstances is because you don't understand that it's actually possible. And it's only possible if you understand that all it takes is just to change the way you think about everything. You have to start question everything. You have to question the system, you have to question your job. You have to even sometimes question whether you actually truly like the things that you participate in, or is it just things that you're doing because other people are doing it, or it's because it has to be done. Do you actually really truly like the things that you're doing on a daily basis, or no? Because most of the times it's not. Most of the times we are grifting, we're drifting. you know Napoleon Hill has this book. I read it back in 2019. It's called, I believe, An Interview with the Devil or something like that. So in that book, he talks about people being drifters. You know what I'm saying? The way Satan controls you is by making you drift in life, like by getting you into the habit of doing things for the sake of doing things. Like you're smoking, but you don't know why you're smoking because it's fun. Everybody's smoking, so I'm smoking. I'm drinking because everybody's drinking. I'm going to parties on the weekends because everybody's going to parties on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? You're just doing things because everybody else is doing it, so therefore you're just drifting. You know what I'm saying? But once you understand that you are being held down by Satan, and that's how he's holding you down, then you're going to really, that book actually opened my mind. I was like, damn. So because at the time I was actually smoking, I was drinking, I was partying too much, I was out with my friends every single day. I was just drifting in life. And when I read that book, I was like, damn, that actually sounds like me. That actually sounds exactly like my life. So I was like, but how do I change this? You know what I'm saying? And then I read another book called The Secret. And that book is, it kind of just, it was like Napoleon Hill's book, like, showed me why I'm lacking in life, and then The Secret showed me how to fix it. I read the book The Secret, and it just, you know what I'm saying, it was the thing that was needed. It changed my life because I understood that actually I am in control of my whole life. It's not, things are not actually happening to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm happening to life, and I'm put in these situations, but I can actually change the narrative with my uh, perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you perceive things. And like, we can all be in one room, but most of the times, like if there's five people in one room, everybody's perceiving different things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's noticing the TV, somebody else is noticing the tonality of the person that's speaking to them, somebody else is is just like in a different whole environment. Maybe they're sitting there, but they're not actually mentally there. So people are just perceiving reality from different lenses. And your life will never change until you change the way you view things, until you change your perspective about everything. But how do you do that? You have to change the way you think about everything. You have to put new informations in your brain. You have to read new things. You have to consume new information, because you're always consuming information. It doesn't matter whether you're aware of it or you're not. You're always consuming information. So it comes down to what kind of information, what type of information are you consuming on a daily basis, because that's what's going to shape your perspective on life. Once I understood that my perception in life is dictated by the information I'm allowing into my brain, I was like, damn, then I have to start reading new things. I have to start putting new informations in my brain. And once I started putting new informations in my brain, consuming different things that I was consuming before previously, it just changed my perspective and it changed my whole life. I started reading healthier things. I started watching healthier documentaries. I started learning about life, learning about history. You know what I'm saying? I started to change every thought that's in my brain by by consuming new information that is actually beneficial. I started reading about health. I started reading about working out, the gym. I started watching videos on YouTube. How do I get myself in good shape? You know what I'm saying? Then I started consuming healthier informations, and it just changed my life. And by the way, you think your life is unchangeable. It can actually change in 1 year. It only takes 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can also take 6 months for your whole life to change. But this is type of information that is not being taught in schools. In schools, they don't teach you how to change your life, how to change the way you think. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you about money, how money actually operates. They don't tell you that money is energy. You know what I'm saying? For you to get more money, you're gonna have to put different type of energy to earn a different type of income. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you that. They teach you basic stuff that you will forget anyways. Like, I don't remember anything that I learned in school. Why? Because we were just programmed to memorize a bunch of informations that we're not gonna use anyways. But when I started consuming the right informations and I started applying them into my life with volume of work, it's just 1 year and I manifested different reality. I was able, and right now I'm able even to live my dream, to create content, you know what I'm saying? And I'm able to find out new ways to make money instead of just relying on my job and living the script that was written for me by other people who I don't even know. So I'm literally right now writing my own script. I'm not even relying on any other script that was written to me or that was given to me, whether it was by my parents, by my friends, because everybody's trying to give you a script about you. Everybody's trying to sell you into a personality that is suiting to their reality. They don't want you to be something that they're not expecting. They want you to be something that can make their lives make sense. So I started rejecting all these. I started even rejected what my parents thought about me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your parents will tell you, "Hey, you're just a quiet person," but you're not a quiet person. Just because you're quiet one time or two times, they're gonna make it a personality, and they're gonna paint you as a quiet person. And every time you try to talk, you try to do something different, they're like, "Oh, you're a quiet person." They will try to put you back in that box because that's what makes sense. That makes sense in their reality that you are the quiet guy. You know what I'm saying? So I started challenging all my beliefs about, even about myself. And one thing I always knew is I knew that I'm capable of anything. I don't have any limits. And sometimes I don't even tell people like whether like what kind of personality I am, because I know I'm capable of everything. I can be funny. I can be serious. I can be a jerk. I can be a douchebag. I can be anything. I can be a quiet, preserved person. I can also be wild. I'm capable of being everything. So I don't like people putting me in boxes, because that's what makes sense to them. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna like start to experience yourself truly if you don't allow new informations in your brain. You know, you have to change the way you think. That's the number one tip to, if you're trying to change your life. You have to challenge every belief that you have about yourself, about the world, about money, about the government, about everything, about religion. You have to like, you have to get out and observe, and then question everything until you get the answers, and do some research about what actually life is about, because you have to know your purpose. You're not gonna know your purpose until you start questioning everything. Because for a long time I didn't even know what my purpose was. I didn't know what I was made for. But when I started questioning everything, getting learning new things, trying new things, like content creation is something that I tried, and I happened to just fell in love with it. I was like, I finally have a purpose. And I'm not even doing it for money. I'm doing it because this is something that actually speaks to me. I can actually change other people's with my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I can find people who can relate with the things that I'm sharing. And I fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't live just to go to work and come back from work and, you know what I'm saying, get married, have kids, and die. No, I have a bigger purpose. I have people that I'm trying to change. I have people that I'm trying to influence in a positive way. So I have to put a lot of work into myself in order to pour into other people. You know what I'm saying? So it just changed my perspective once I finally understood what my purpose is, and I created my purpose. It didn't come to me. Your purpose is not gonna come to you. People think, oh, one day I'm gonna find my purpose. No, your purpose is you have to create it. Just like how you're gonna have to create your whole reality. It's not gonna happen for you. The reality that you accept, yeah, you can accept other realities that are not you, but that doesn't mean that you're living to your full potential. But when you create your own purpose, it just hits different. Now life is beautiful. All of a sudden life is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Now you're enjoying life because your experience is from a different, from a higher, from your highest self. It just hits different. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're here. I'll be dropping videos every single day because we're trying to get better. And yeah, find your purpose in life. Create your purpose. You know what I'm saying? It all comes down to what your purpose is in life. Because once you find that, then just the game changes. The game of life changes. You know what I'm saying? You don't live for other people. You don't live for approval. You don't live for your job. You don't live for anything. You only live for your purpose and for God. And you fulfill the thing that God has created you to fulfill. That makes you happy all the time. That gives me fulfillment. And thank you guys. And I will see you guys probably in the next video, and we'll be dropping videos every single day. So please hit like and subscribe, and I'm gonna be here every single day. Thank you.